The episode starts with Devi Ahilya showing the sword to Parvati and saying, Khanderao has given this responsibility to me. Parvati says, You have handled the kids for 8 years. I did not expect you to lift the sword again for the Rajya. Devi Ahilya says, We have to take care of the throne. A sword hangs over the throne. It's a symbol of the king and the people's safety. We have to pay attention to the sword and its prestige. If we make a mistake, then our own head can get cut off. I am a mum and also a woman. If my hands can cook the food, then my hands can also lift the sword when needed. Who stopped these hands? It's not written in any Shastra. Gunuji asks Dhanaji to go out safely. Dhanaji hugs him. He says, I do not want to leave you alone. Dhanaji leaves. Devi Ahilya shows the Shastras and reads the slok. She says, Sri Krishna has told Arjun that she has taken birth on the earth to protect the dharma, to end the evil, and today my dharma is also the same. She sees Dwarka Bai at the door. Sujaudola men catch Dhanaji at the sword point. Devi Ahilya says, I have kept these books to educate the kids. Dwarka Bai says, You are preparing them for battle also. Devi Ahilya asks her to not change the real meaning of the Mahabharata. She says, one has to protect the dharma first and not think of any relation, be it your son-in-law. If we have to lift the weapons against the loved ones for the dharma, then it would not be wrong. I will be glad if my kids choose the path of dharma and stand by it. Dwarka Bai says, saying it easy. But when the fate tests you, then you will know. You would know what Yudhishthir told. When they fight the family, then they are against 100. When they fight against the outsider, then they are 105. Devi Ahilya says, I know, but if we have someone wrong between us, then we get ruined. Sometimes one person is the murderer of the entire army. Nobody knows about that person. Dwarka Bai says, I will always be there with you for protecting Malwa. Malhar Sarkar, Khanderao and Gunuji are not here. She praises Gunuji. She says Gunuji can double your strength if he joins you. He has apologized to everyone. If you want. Devi Ahilya says, No, you are asking me to forgive him. It's not possible. Gangoba, Tukoji are with us. You don't worry. She takes Dwarka Bai's blessings. Dwarka Bai says, There is puja tomorrow. I will pray that Devi Ma become your strength and makes you win. Take care of yourself. Devi Ahilya nods. Dwarka Bai leaves. Parvati says, Everyone is sure that you will free the villagers from the dacoits. Shujaudola offers a drink to Dhanaji. He says, I sympathize with you. Dhanaji says, You did not call me to show pity. Tell me, what's your work? Sujaudola laughs and says, You know it already. He calls Dhanaji sensible. Dwarka Bai says, Devi Ahilya did not agree for forgiving Gunuji. Rakma Bai asks, Shall I give you some solution? Dwarka Bai asks, Will you give me a solution now? Rakma Bai smiles and says, I have a solution for your every problem. She tells some plan. Dwarka Bai smiles. Shujaudola says, We want to enter Malwa from the east direction. Dhanaji says, Dacoits are dangerous. They are ruling Chambal. Sujaudola says, They are my men. Dhanaji laughs. Sujaudola asks the reason for laughing. Dhanaji says nothing. I felt there is no one like me. But seeing you, now I am sure there is no one like me. Sujaudola asks, What do you mean? Dhanaji says, Clever and cheat. Sujaudola laughs. He says, Help me and we will help you. Dhanaji says, I will give you Malwa. What will I get in return? Sujaudola says, I will get 15 villagers in your hands. Dhanaji says, I agree. Tell me what to do. Sujaudola says, Go back to Malwa and get a news. What is Malwa doing against Chambal dacoits? Can you do this? Dhanaji says, I can do anything for 15 villagers. Sujaudola laughs. Parvati says, I am thinking, what will I do by coming in puja? I did not get a child till now. Malerao says, Devi Ahilya never fulfills my wish. Rakmabai says, you can know your parents' thoughts well. Do they really love you or not? It's the moment when you can test your mom. Malirao agrees. She smiles.